What is up, everyone? Today we're reacting to that vegan teacher's daughter, I guess. I don't know. Let's just get into it.
That vegan teacher's daughter is even more insane than the old bat herself, doing things like roaming through supermarkets while carrying the skull of a deceased animal. But this is barely the surface of what we will cover in today's video. Guys, welcome back to the Jerry and Curtis show. Today's video is a little bit of a crazy one. We're going to be talking about a woman that is vegan and claims that taking your dog for a walk is animal abuse. Not really sure what...
Really? First off, look at my cat. Look how cute he is. Very cutesy. Okay? Psst, Carl. Hey, buddy. Come here. Come here. Psst, hey, come here. Come here. Come here. I'll get you. This is the guy who was always bugging me during my videos. So hold on. So if I take my dog in the backyard, so it can take a shit, right? Mind you, if I take my dog out into the backyard so it can take a shit and a piss, that's animal abuse? What the hell do you want me to do? Teach my dog to stand up on its hind legs and piss in a toilet?
She expects us to do then. I guess I'll just let my dog piss on my bed 3 times a day. But hold on a second, is that you on a skateboard making your dog pull you? Well, I think that's probably closer to animal abuse than taking your dog for a lovely peaceful walk, wouldn't you say? Animals feel pain! Well, ladies and gentlemen, the person we're going to be talking about...
So, hold on. That's so fucking contradicting. Because how you gonna have your dog pull you on a fucking skateboard, and if I'm walking my dog on a leash and then tell me I'm abusing my animal? That is so contradicting. If anything, that's more animal abuse than what I'm doing. Yo, it's the Miss Katie situation all over again, where she would feed her dog some vegan dog food.
Well, I think that's probably closer to animal abuse than taking your dog for a lovely, peaceful walk, wouldn't you say? Animals feel pain! Well, ladies and gentlemen, the person we're going to be talking about today is called Vegan Booty, a.k.a. Tash Peterson. Well, hang on, did you just say Vegan Booty? That's right, Jeff, Vegan Booty. That's not a booty, that's the longest back I've ever seen. Oh, come on, Jeff, that's kind of uncalled for, wouldn't you say? Yeah. You know, she's trying to defend you, Jeff.
One wish rule. I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone in the entire world.
Defend you, Jeff. But that Vegan Booty is known for being an animal rights activist and a vegan, and she honestly just posts the most wholesome, family-friendly content I've ever seen. So, vegan activist pours blood and guts on herself. Oh, what a great piece of
So how are you gonna say, like, that's animal abuse, but you're pouring dead carcasses on yourself? Like, that makes no sense. That's also contradicting, by the way. Also contradicting.
Entertainment. Well, I can't wait to watch that later tonight while I'm eating a juicy steak and drinking a lovely glass of red wine. But surely, ladies and gentlemen, as a vegan, the last thing you'd want to do is cover yourself in animal blood and sheep guts.
Exactly, because what does that promote? Animal killing. And that means you would have to buy the animal blood and animal guts. So are you really a vegan? Or are you just here to pester everyone? Are you just here to be an annoying little pest to society that doesn't succeed nothing in life? Or are you an actual vegan? I'm pretty sure we know which one.
Seems a bit ass backwards if you ask me. Yeah, my suspicions were correct. There's definitely a couple of testicles in there. Well, but I'm pretty sure that probably sets the tone for today's beefy video. But don't think to yourselves, is that how bad it's going to get? No, it's going to get...
Yo, my friend asked me this one question. What's the point of vegans eating food that looks like meat, but it's not meat? Just at that point, eat the meat? And that's a really good question, because I don't even know the answer to that.
Whole of a hell of a lot worse. You know, this...
What the fuck is that? It sounds like you're releasing the gates to hell. It sounds like demons are literally coming out of hell and trying to escape it. It sounds like a child being tortured. What the fuck?
Crazy woman right here. She's not actually the vegan teacher's daughter, but that's what people refer to her as. But
Oh.
the difference between the two is that I don't think that vegan teacher poured blood in a fast food restaurant, walked through a supermarket holding the head of a pig,
Are you responsible for this animal's death?
disrupted small businesses with dying animal noises.
Hold on. How are we responsible for the pig's death? If you're holding the decapitated pig, mind you, you would have to buy the pig head. You bought a pig head and told me I'm responsible for his death, even though you bought the pig head. You would be more responsible than me, you idiot. Oh my god, an IQ too low. An IQ way too low. I know I say I'm stupid, but this is beyond stupid. I know I say it like I do stupid shit all the time, but you could never catch me doing something more stupid than this.
And walks in public while being covered in her own period blood. I'm not really sure how, that fits in with the rest of her conversation, Perhaps she just decided to do that one night after having one too many. I mean, we've all been there, haven't we, A couple of drinks on a Friday night, out with the boys.
So, hold on. Let me get this straight. You walked through somewhere with period blood on you? Huh. Alright.
Covering ourselves in vagina blood. What a great night that was. But all of that, it's just barely scraping the surface. She's been banned from her own city for causing too much chaos in public.
Oh my god. Wow. Banned from your own city.
Covering ourselves in vagina blood. What a great night that was. But all of that, it's just barely scraping the surface. She's been banned.
Controversial vegan activist who vowed to take animal Holocaust fight in interest is blocked from returning to her home state after pulling stunts in lockdown Maribor. Wow.
From her own city for causing too much chaos in public. And
That's
even crashed
hilarious.
the kid's birthday party and started protesting.
Hold on. You were banned from your hotel, but you crashed a kid's birthday party to talk about animals?
Everything I've mentioned up until now, ladies and gentlemen, we will be covering in this video. So get yourselves a 5, guys, and enjoy. But I just want to say, no hate to vegans at all. Vegans are not the problem. It's this complete horror show on our screens. It's absolutely hilarious because this woman's efforts to try and convert people to vegan is actually doing the complete opposite. It's actually pushing people the other way. I do enjoy eating a bit of pork here and there, but after seeing this woman, I feel like consuming a whole pig.
You don't need a speaker. Your phone's real volume is loud.
When people pour animal blood on themselves, it makes me want to go into a field and punch a pig and knock it out. Obviously, I'm not being serious. If y'all remember the vegan teacher sniper wolf situation, that's what it's a reference to.
Creating a very bad name for vegans, and it's unfortunate for all the morally sound vegans that are actually out there. This is not what veganism should be about. I mean, come on, carrying a dead lamb through coals. Have a day off, will you?
Enjoy your floppy, flaccid cock whilst you continue being an animal abuser.
But just how my videos usually go, things are going to start off nice and light, and then as we get further in, it's just going to get heavier and more sick. So since this woman claims to be so morally and ethically above us, maybe we could learn a few things. So let's take a look at the recent interview she done.
My vegan Nikes on right now. They look like real animal skin, but they're made out of vegan alternatives, and we don't need to be...
confident they weren't made with very cheap child labour?
Well, they do claim that they're sustainable and ethical, so I try to live my life as ethically as possible. Unfortunately, it's impossible to be 100% cruelty-free in this very violent and non-vegan world.
Right. Okay, so in essence, what you're saying is you would rather support children being forced to work and get paid pennies if it means you can save an animal's life.
Is that a fur coat you're wearing? Disgusting. You know you're wearing a dead animal, don't you? I didn't need no killing no animal to wear this. No, I just had a couple of child labor to get paid some pennies.
I don't care what people say.
So hold on. You would rather support child slavery than eat a burger? Oh my god, you're insane. This lady, wow.
Human life should always be chosen above an animal's life. If I had to choose between a person or a sheep, I would obviously choose a person. I mean, what's a sheep gonna do? It's not like he's gonna stand on his back 2 legs and go make me a sandwich, is he? But regardless of her choosing an animal's life over a literal child, she actually, did something good for once. That's right. She stood in public and handed out her breast milk.
Coming to the market at the amazing price of 75p a litre.
I mean, that is...
I'm assuming these people are, that is certainly a sight to see. You have a hose connected to your breast, and it is squeezing out milk. Alright.
Truly some BDSM shit right there. Standing practically naked in front of an art gallery with plastic suction cups and tubes attached, milking their breasts. I mean, what a sight to see. Might have a wank to that later. Now, but seriously, right? What good is that doing for anybody? I mean, who's gonna look at this and think to themselves, oh, just the contribution is truly inspiring. Yeah, John, hand me a spare breast pump. I want a piece of this. Oh, truly some BDSM stuff right here, man. Being milked in public.
TMI.
Yes, please. I mean, you just...
What the fuck you mean, yes, please? What the fuck you mean, yes, please? Being milked in public, yes, please? What? No, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay.
Wouldn't go that far, would you? You know, it's not as if the animals are going to stand up and say, oh, thank you very much. Meanwhile, this is technically a harmless protest, and there is another side to the agenda. Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, how this can possibly make any sense at all. An animal rights activist crashing an event that raises money for animals in need. You silly cow. The event is called the Million Paws Walk, where people get together and walk their dogs through a park and raise money. It sounds like a really enjoyable experience for the dogs, right? You know, they get some exercise, they get to see their best friends. Well, no. Vegan Booty weren't happy with this. She called it the most violent thing you could be a part of.
The most violent thing that you could ever participate in. So I don't care if I'm ruining their peaceful walk. You will not silence us until all cages are empty, until all animals are liberated.
Oh, just look at her. Taking a wonderful event and making it all about her conversation. Do us a favour, have a Cumberland sausage and f*** off. For her whole conversation, that's...
Vegan Booty, put a bubble in it. Which means shut the fuck up. Please. Because no one wants to hear your yip yap anymore.
He was forcing on this positive event is that why can't animals be treated the same as dogs? I don't think my grandmother would appreciate a cow sleeping at the end of her bed and having barely scratches on her living room rug. A dog is something you would want as a pet. A fucking cow isn't. I mean, why on earth would I want a cow here? Can you imagine what that would be like? Whoa! Fucking hell, son. Chill out. Whoa. But her best idea yet was to walk through a supermarket holding the head of a dead pig. This one alone...
Mind you, she's blaming us for animal... She's blaming us for animal abuse and abusing animals and shit, but, you know, and claiming that we're murdering and doing shit to animals when you were literally holding a fucking skull of a decapitated animal and walking through a supermarket. If anything, you're torturing the animal more than us. We're just buying the bait. We're buying bacon. You're buying a whole skull.
Is one step away from becoming Michael Myers and turning that into a pig mask. It's you. You are responsible for hurting animals. My friends. My poor, fluffy friends.
I don't want to be doing this, but I have a moral obligation to be standing up for these beings. I don't want to be holding him. Could you look him in the eyes and say that your taste is worth more than his life? Could you...
Actually, yes, I would. I would walk up to a live pig, look it dead in the eyes, and say, yummy bacon. Salt on mine. That's also a reference to a cow. Burger. cheese on mine.
No, and why on earth would I do that? It's not like they understand what I'm saying. What a waste of time that would be.
My taste is worth more than your life.
No, Curtis, don't eat me. Yeah, I don't understand.
Haha, fool.
Jet.
This is a dog-eat-dog world.
Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, let's just talk about how problematic this is for a second. She's literally walking around a supermarket with a dead corpse. Not just that, she's walking around with a JBL Bluetooth speaker playing dead animal noises off it. I mean, just look how many kids are around the place. I can't even count, there's just several. I'm going to put them all on screen. There are several children in this supermarket right now. They won't be able to sleep tonight. Thankfully for you, you've traumatized them. And no, it's not going to make them think to themselves, oh yeah, now I want to save animals. You're walking around with a dead pig's head.
Do you know that you're feeding your children animal abuse?
Tell you what, I got an idea for you, vegan booty. Why don't you go to a slaughterhouse and have a word with them instead? Even someone that is actually vegan came over to you and told you that you're doing the wrong thing. And what did you say again?
Why would you do that? You're not helping the animals by not standing up to them.
Oh, that's right, yeah. She's not standing up for the animals because she's doing nothing about it. Well, she's not eating meat. What more do you want from somebody? But thanks to Vegan Booty, the chickens are now happier. Have a look at this chicken. He looks really happy, doesn't he? Yeah, he just looks like a normal chicken. I don't think he really understands what's going on. But, you know, disturbing the...
That looks like some good-ass fried chicken right there. I'm going to go over to KFC and give me a whole family bucket, because no one left behind. There's ain't going to be. Sorry, let me get a small bucket. Did you know that chicken had a family? My fault. Hey, could I get a family bucket? Because no one left behind.
Public peace was not enough. Instead, she had to go to small businesses and harass them instead.
Do you pay for his murder? Every time he eats, that's my property. You get You get done for stealing. That's my property.
Can you leave, please?
Every time you eat animal flesh and secretions, you're paying for their murder. The blood is on your hands if you're not vegan.
Right, all right, I get it, right? You're a vegan, and there's a butcher's, which is butchering animals. I get it. So if we want to go deep into it like you do, technically you are disrupting and stopping somebody from making money, which in return then they cannot afford to put food on the table for their family. So you would rather that families starve so you can save your furry friends. Obviously I'm not deep in it that much, but that's how she's deep in it. You know, if you buy a steak, you're supporting animal cruelty, is what she's basically saying.
Hey, I got some McRibs in the fridge. I'm about to eat them after this vid. Joking, by the way, I don't got no McRibs. I wish I did, though. Oh my god, those... I never had a McRib, but I can imagine them being good as hell. Anybody who had a McRib, tell me if they were good or not, because that sounds good as hell.
Ended up forcing her to leave that premises, and, you know, if you want to get your message across, this isn't the way to do it, love. But no, this didn't just happen the one time, ladies and gentlemen. No. The next day, she went into McDonald's holding a 40-inch plasma 4K quality TV with animals getting abused on it. I mean, honestly, just have a day off, will you? But before we watch the clip, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you all to subscribe to the channel, because we're on 92,000 subscribers right now, and we're almost at 100k, and we're trying to get there before
this was a year ago.
The end of the month. And the quicker we get there, the quicker I get to prove to my mum that I can finally succeed on YouTube. So if you do want to join the family and see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications. Thank you very much to all of you that done that. Welcome to the family. Let's get involved.
How does this make you feel? How does it make you feel?
Get owned. How does this footage make you feel? It's like, what do you expect people to do? Do you expect them to get down on their hands and knees for you and be like, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I stop eating meat forever. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. You're standing in the middle of McDonald's holding a 4K television playing animals being abused on it. People just want to eat their food. They have no idea who you are. f***ing crazy woman.
We're just here to show you that there is an alternative. You don't have to be contributing to these industries, and we're just...
Oh, there are alternatives. Yeah. Like the vegan trainers you're wearing that could have possibly been made by children forced into labour. You do realise you don't have to contribute to these industries, right? There are alternatives. Absolute coward, honestly. And in the next clip, she's back better than ever. This time, ladies and gentlemen, she's walking through the supermarket carrying a dead lamb in her arms. Jesus, what's happening to the world? Oh, there's the television again. How the f*** do they manage to carry that around? I do wonder, I do have some questions. Just not about being vegan.
Wait, hold on. My question is, how they manage to turn it on? They, like, plug it into an outlet nearby? Because, like, let me replay this real quick.
Through the supermarket carrying a dead lamb in her arms. Jesus.
Because I do know some stores and restaurants do have outlets where you can plug your devices into.
Eat their food. They have no idea
But look,
who are, you f***ing crazy woman.
We're just here to show you that
it doesn't look like there's no outlets nearby. So where the hell she plug it in at?
is an alternative. You don't have to be contributing to these industries, and we're just...
Oh, there are alternatives. Yeah. Like the vegan trainers you're wearing that could have possibly been made by children forced into labour. You don't realise you don't have to contribute to these industries, right? There are alternatives. Absolute coward, honestly. And in the next clip, she's back better than ever. This time, ladies and gentlemen, she's walking through the supermarket carrying a dead lamb in her arms. Jesus.
Hold on.
What's happening to the world? Oh, there's the...
And look, it's plugged into something. Look, you can see it plugged into something. I don't know what it's plugged into. Oh, it's a self-outlet. Oh, those exist? I didn't know a self-outlet exists. My cat's currently laying on the windowsill.
Television again? How the f*** do they manage to carry that?
Carl!
I do wonder.
What are you doing?
Some questions. Just not about being vegan.
What are you doing, Carl? What are you doing? Come here. Carl, come here. Fine.
And surely as a vegan, the last thing you'd want to see is a dead animal. Like, isn't that the thing that makes vegans upset? So, why are you doing it then? I mean, the lamb is...
As I said, contradicting.
Already dead, so would it be such a bad thing if we just ate it? But again, this doesn't exactly make me want to convert to vegan. And neither does going to KFC and pouring red dye everywhere while playing dead animal noises through a speaker.
Oh my god! That is not dying animal noises. You're opening out the gates or pits to hell, okay? Let me explain that. That is not dying animal noises. It sounds like a demon is being released from hell. Or being trapped in there. Or someone's being brought into hell.
A few moments later.
Hopefully you're trying to do their work.
You have dead animals over there, mate.
Yeah, go on, police officers, get her out of there. Take her to jail. With all due respect, alright, but nobody gives a shit. They've all got jobs to do, just as the police officer said. People are just trying to work.
I have completely abandoned ChatGPT. It just keeps...
My god,
time after time, and I just...
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Peaceful protest is fine. You can stand in the street with a megaphone as much as you want. But going into businesses and vandalizing it and disrupting people from doing their...
By the way, this destruction of property and vandalism, which is... How long can you go to jail for destruction of property? How long can you go to jail for destruction of property? Depending on the value of the damage and the jurisdiction where the offense. How long can you go to jail for vandalism? Jail time for vandalism depends on the cost of the damage, the location of the offense, and the crime and your criminal history. Summary offenses and minor damages usually for damaging under $250 to $500, punishable up to 90 days in jail. So, mind you, she's willing to go to jail to do this bullshit.
Jobs. That's a bit far, isn't it? But this, ladies and gentlemen, isn't half as bad as the drama that she caused for a family-run restaurant. These vegan activists completely stormed into the restaurant, once again blasting dead animal noises and screaming.
Get out! You're responsible for their murder if you're not vegan! And their blood is on your hands! Animals want to live! Animals want to live! Watch Dominion on YouTube for the truth! Animals want to live! Animals feel pain! Animals have families!
I mean, what a scene, honestly. What is this achieving exactly? Do they think that people are going to stand up, come outside and shake their hands for doing such a good job at disturbing their night? No.
Shut the hell up! Oh my god, you're loud. Like, you sound like a smoke detector. Wah, wah, wah. Like, jeez. You want to be louder? I can be louder. Brad, let's go. Sorry, let me do that better. Brad, let's go. Bushwacky 18 reference, by the way. Fuck Dominion. Okay? The only Dominion I'm watching is Despicable Me. Ha! 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 If you understand, you understand. Cause get it? They're minions, and she's saying Dominion. Like okay, I'll shut up now. Okay, I'll shut up now. My fault. I know that wasn't funny.
I mean, look at her sitting on her high and mighty stool talking about animal abuse. I swear, from the beginning of this video, didn't we see...
Oh, I just farted. I just
some
farted.
sort of suspicious clip of you making a dog pull you on a skateboard? But it's pretty simple, to be honest. If I was in this restaurant, I would honestly just get up and leave. Like, I'd just get up and leave. I don't give a shit. I'll get up and leave, and then I'll come out of the restaurant. She'll be like, "Oh, you know you abuse animals, right? Fuck off. I don't want to talk to you." I get in my car. But you are killing animals. You stabbed an animal in the throat. Fuck off, will you twat. Don't have a chicken curry and just fuck off. Shouldn't stand for these gentlemen, you know? I'm not...
Go suck a chicken dick.
problem with a vegan coming up to me and saying, "Oh, why do you choose to eat meat?" Well, I choose to because I enjoy meat, okay? Well, I do actually disagree with your choices. However, it's not up to me to force my agenda on you and completely harass you. So I just don't want to talk to you anymore. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for understanding. We can part ways now. Simple. If you don't want to be friends with someone who eats meat and you're a vegan, totally fine. But this is fucking insanity.
Like, how would you feel if someone yelled at you, "Eating meat is right! Eating meat is not! You keep yelling in my face, I'm gonna hit you with the 1-2 good night!"
What, ladies and gentlemen?
Wait. Eating meat is nice! Eating meat is right! You keep on yelling in my face, girl, I'm gonna hit you with the 1-2 good night! I don't know what voice that was, but it was a random ad voice. Yeah. Sorry, I had to drink some water.
Second time to the same
And yes, this voice hurts my voice box.
restaurant, and this time the owner really lost his cool.
Really? Oh! Oh! Daniel! Piece him up. Damn, piece him up, piece him up. Piece him. Get him. No cameras were harmed in this video. Remember, the cameraman's unstoppable and invisible and invincible. He's breaking... Wait, hold on. He just broke the fourth wall by hitting the cameraman. They're invisible and invincible.
That's it right there. You'd be done for assault, mate. Yeah, fuck off. You'd be done for assault, mate. That's it right there. You'd be done for assault, mate. Yeah, fuck off. But I don't blame him for losing his cool, to be honest with you. I mean, they are literally coming to his family-run business that he runs and literally harassing people in their restaurant. I don't blame him for losing his cool. I would lose my cool too. But regardless of all the jokes, ladies and gentlemen, this woman didn't just disrupt the family-run business. No, 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 no. They actually caused a separation between the owner and his girlfriend. Oh, how did that happen, you might be asking? Well, it's because of all the stress and publicity that this silly woman was bringing to their restaurant. She couldn't handle it anymore, and the owner thought he was going to marry this girl one day. So she's potentially broken up a love story in the making. So, good job. Hope you're proud of yourself, silly cow.
Lost my partner because of this. I thought I was going to marry this woman, and she just couldn't handle the amount of attention. She's a very private person.
I mean, how miserable do you have to be? There's no winning with this vegan booty, is there? Ironically, there actually isn't. What's the one place in this world, ladies and gentlemen, that actually does help animals? A veterinarian. Well, of course, knowing the vegan booty, she wasn't very happy with that. Yeah, that's right, you heard me correctly, ladies and gentlemen. She stormed into a vet clinic and claimed that they were abusing animals because they had a budgie outside in a cage. I mean, I know they've medicated several cats and saved several dogs' lives and probably looked after your guinea pig a couple of times, but I just want to know something, right? Who's that budgie out there in the cage, bud? Is that yours? You disgusting animal abuser. I mean, here's the budgies in question. They seem pretty happy to me, you know. They're not roasting in the sun or anything. They've got nice coverage and... yeah, she just decided, you know, she's pissed off with it again.
Not understanding why a veterinary clinic is advertising animal slavery.
It's not animal slavery, and I appreciate your opinion, and that's your opinion.
I know, but surely there's a better option for them to be in a bigger cage where their needs are met rather than just advertising
They're not
slavery.
advertising, they are actually out there enjoying the weather, and I would like you to leave, please.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's plain and simple. They're enjoying themselves. What's your fucking issue, like? It's like if I've got a cage outside and I've got a couple of lovebirds in there and somebody comes up to me and goes, like, what are you keeping those birds in a cage for? Why are you enslaving them? Well, if I fucking open the door, they're going to fly away and get eaten by a seagull. What do you mean? I mean, can you not, like, agree with anybody? Do you know what I mean? It's like she's got a stick up her ass. Do you know what I mean? Like, just miserable 24/7, got a problem with everything. But the good news is that the veterinarian and the restaurant owner is actually taking legal action against this woman. Thank God. So as I said already, guys, being vegan is absolutely fine, but when you go out of your way to disturb other people's peace and quiet, it's like, have you not got anything better to do? If a vegan comes up to me and expresses to me the benefits of being vegan and how it's positively impact their lives, I'm more likely to transition to vegan then. Not fucking screaming at me through a megaphone, playing dead animal noises and holding a goose over your shoulder. Comment down below, guys, what do you think of this woman? I really want to know what you guys think. And if there are vegans watching, thanks, guys, for not being like this woman, because we really respect you on this channel. Thank you for not being like her. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, check out my other videos. They're pretty awful. Awfully funny. So check them out, guys. Thank you very much.
So, yeah, shout out to this man, I guess, I don't know. But if y'all want me to do...
That vegan teacher has gone totally and utterly psych.
I'm sorry, we gotta watch one more vegan... I gotta watch one more vegan video, and then I'll end it here, okay?
Saying some of the most disgusting, inhumane things I've ever heard. And if you ask me, ladies and gentlemen, she should be deplatformed as soon as possible. Guys, welcome back to the very famous Jerry and Curtis show. I'm sure you all remember that vegan teacher from a few years ago.
See, what makes you think they're gonna change their menu? You pull up with a shitty ukulele that barely works, right? Okay. You start singing about eating animals is so bad, right? What makes you think they're gonna change their menu to be vegan once you made this shitty little song?
From McDonald's, share this song.
Right, well, one of us should probably call the care home because somebody's
I really want a Big Mac.
There's escaped again. And if you think that was enough to make your ears violently bleed, wait until you see what she said about a literal child, an actual baby. In fact, that's probably amongst some of the most disgusting things I've ever heard in my life. And the place that she said all these disgusting things was in a video that she posted not so long ago. Psychotic aunt robs baby of her vegan virginity. Baby and virginity is two words that should never be in the same sentence. And the worst part about it all is that this person was a teacher. She was responsible for children. But before we dive into that later on, some of you might not remember who Miss Miss Katie, aka That Vegan Teacher, is. She's basically a popular TikToker that blew up a few years ago for being an animal rights activist and promoting a lot of veganism. In fact, this isn't actually the first time I'm even speaking about her. I spoke about her originally like 3 years ago when all the shit was kicking off, and she responded to my video and went through it and marked me on how good of a person I was.
You want to f someone's mother?
My favourite part about her responding to my video is when an ad conveniently played during the middle of it. That is to scale, by the way.
Of course. Look at the ads that I'm getting. Very disappointing. Dead animals right there. So sad.
And she complained about the ad that she got, but I don't think she realises that ads are personalised to you and your interests. So maybe she's just a massive fraud. Imagine somebody's in town one day and they just randomly walk past Burger King and see That Vegan Teacher inside chomping on a Whopper. But I got a few things to complain about. Number one, the fact that she makes everything about herself, whether it be Pride Month, anything. Oh, it's all about her, apparently. And when I say her, I mean veganism. I mean, even the terrible stuff that's happening in Palestine right now, she somehow managed to make that about not eating bacon and eggs. And ladies and gentlemen, she even posted a video titled, "I was a nice guy." Yeah, he was such a lovely guy. I mean, he only killed 11 million people, but apart from that, he's a bloody saint. And we'll talk about all this because the law goes so deep. However, this video was uploaded 1 hour ago and it's titled, "Should I Take My Clothes Off for Money?" Oh, I mean, come on, it's 8 AM on a Monday morning. I don't want to listen to some grandmother talking about whether or not she should reveal her breasts on the internet.
I have been told myself that I should do an OnlyFans, that there are all kinds of crazy people out there who would pay money to see close-ups of my toes.
No one wants that. Nobody wants that. We don't need a That Vegan Teacher OnlyFans. But
Chad started. Bro, no one wants to see. Bro, hold on. No one wants to see Grandma having OF, okay? No one wants to see you, Grandma, having OF. No one wants to see your wrinkly ass toes. No one wants to see your pelican looking ass toes. No one.
if you do make one, I'm going to be the first sign up, because you can bet your ass I'll be reacting to it live on my YouTube channel. You know, Miss Katie making an OnlyFans would probably be the worst news of the decade. It's just obvious she's using this for clicks, and it's so sad. I mean, she wasn't much better beforehand when she first started making content.
That's like me asking, like, mind you, that's like me asking if I should start an OF. Nobody wants to see my toes. My fans barely want to see my face. Your subscribers barely want to hear you talk. So what makes you think they want to see your toes? I barely want to look at your motherfucking nose. That was a bar. I'm in that car. She don't live that far.
How much worse she's gotten? I didn't even think that was possible. And to be honest, just after hearing you talk about making an OnlyFans, it makes me really want to stress eat. I might just eat a steak now. And look, guys, I'm not bashing vegans, okay? If any of you guys are vegans, that's totally fine.
So, okay. Right. So, wait, is she genuinely serious about asking that? Lady, I barely want to see your face, okay? What makes you think I want to see your toes? Like, I don't want to see your wrinkly ass toes. I barely even want to see your fat ass nose, okay? Like, that is so stupid. That's like me saying, oh, guys, should I start playing fucking a game, a fucking adult game? Because people want to see me having a reaction to it, a 18+ game. It sounds so fucking stupid.
Vegan teacher's a problem. Like, that's the issue on hand here. And I guess she's trying to push the message through veganism.
Like, that's like me saying, guys, should I start a foot business where I sell my feet pictures? Like, nobody wants to see your feet. No one wants to fucking see that. Who the fuck would want to see that? Name me one person. I would love to, if anybody would love, I would love to know who would love to see her feet. because this is not what they mean by trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. No, that's not what they mean. It's a fucking saying, Miss Katie.
You couldn't do it in a worse way. If anything, I feel like you're just pushing people further away from the idea of becoming vegan.
Exactly.
Past month has been Pride Month, and while all the LGBTQ plus people are celebrating that month, she didn't celebrate it. No, she took the month and tried to use it as a vegan month. I mean, what the fuck even is that? A vegan month? Oh, there actually is a vegan month. It's in November. So why is she doing it now for then? That's 5 months away. Maybe it's the Alzheimer's.
Hey guys, thank you so much for coming out of the closet today during my live. All of you that declared that you want to be vegan from now on. So proud of you.
Somehow she's confused the LGBTQ flag with a vegan flag. She's even got the disco lights going and everything. Seems like it's meant to be a party, but I think she forgot to invite everybody. Yeah, come on. Pride month, vegan month. Yeah, thanks for coming out of the closet as a vegan. Yeah, wait. Where is everybody? Damn it, I forgot to invite them. Oh, I just Alzheimer's again.
This is our flag. We eat a wide variety of all colors of fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds.
This is what I mean, ladies and gentlemen, but she's just absolutely
I'm sorry, did you just say veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds? Do I look like a fucking rabbit to you? Like, do I look like a guinea pig? I'm not a plant, okay? I'm not gonna survive off of veggies, fruit, nuts, and seeds. You're not gonna give me some Jeff peanut butter and tell me to survive off of that. That sounds so stupid. I'm not gonna just survive off of that. You know, props to vegans who don't harass people, because I don't know how y'all live. I could barely go a day without, like, if I don't eat meat for a meal, I'll start craving it like crazy. That's the withdrawal of meat.
This creature comes on TikTok.
He said this creature. He said this creature. Oh, you're ridiculous.
About being vegan. Or maybe I've misplaced her intentions. Perhaps this is about celebrating gay chickens and lesbian pigs.
Sure.
Come on, Pride Month, veganism. Don't eat the gay chickens and gay pigeons.
Let's go buy some vegan food and then play the song and dance. Woo!
No, I'm okay. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Probably listen to some Slipknot instead. If I really truly believe that...
Yeah, I don't want to listen to that bullshit. I'd rather play some Juice WRLD.
The vegan teacher is actually making less people vegan and actually pushing people the other way. I mean, surely though, she could have kept this until November. I mean, this could have waited. Do you know what I mean? There wasn't any urgent matter to do this. It's like so unnecessary that I feel like this is just the pinnacle of brain rot.
Woo!
And believe it or not, she did the same thing with Palestine, which I don't really understand why she's using other conversations to promote her own conversation. Like, I feel like that's so unethical and just not morally correct. You know what I'm saying?
You say you want to free Palestine, free all the people, but what about the animals too? Peace begins on your plate.
My ears! My head!
You know what? I might agree with you, vegan teacher. I mean, all the women, men and children dying in Palestine right now, but what about that pigeon you just ate? I think that's pretty fucked up. I feel right now that it's necessary for me to go and sit down and speak to a trusted adult about everything I am witnessing.
Peace begins on
My ears!
your
My ears! Help!
So true. Peace does begin on your plate. That's why Hitler took on a vegetarian diet and killed all those people. But look, I might be wrong about Hitler being a vegan. I know he wasn't a vegan the whole time, but I just Googled it and it just said maybe he wasn't, but that's what the top line of Google says. But I don't understand how she's literally made a TikTok comparing people dying in Palestine versus animals dying. Like, in my opinion, human life is more important than animals' life. Like, would you not agree on that? Like, if you had a choice to save a pig or a person, who are you going to save? A person.
A
You
pig.
should probably save the pig. Coward.
God is either drunk, stoned, lazy, stupid, or dead.
And I I think she seems to think that vegan people are just the best people in the world. In fact, not even in the world. She claims that vegans are better than God. And she seems to have a level of ego where she believes she's entitled to insert herself into every conversation. But I guarantee you this, if there was a couple of chickens, a couple of cows maybe, you know, 1 or 2 sheep here and there, in a burning building, she would not run in to save them. Now in the second half of this video, we're going to discuss her talking about Hitler and also the disgusting things she said about a baby. But firstly, if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button because there's a lot of people that watch these videos that aren't even subscribed, and I can't believe it. That's absolutely disgusting. We do indeed have a goal in mind.
Alright, don't yell at me, damn.
We're on 85,000 right now and we're growing pretty decently so far. We could actually do it. And finally, just finally, I'll be able to prove to my mum that I can succeed on YouTube. And what a glorious moment that will be. So guys, join the family today, hit the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you get notified every time I upload. Now, let's get into it. So the title of this video was A Nice Guy.
Alright, let's look at a comment here that is in my comment section on my YouTube channel. This person says, the thing about her, meaning me, is that she only sees the bad side of people and not the good side. Like me, not vegan. I volunteer at an animal shelter every Saturday. Wow, what a nice person. So you volunteer at an animal shelter and then you go home to pay people to murder chickens, cows, and pigs, and then you shove them down your pie hole. Good work. I mean, hey, after all, I agree with you. We should always see the good side of people. For example, besides the fact that he murdered millions of innocent people, I'm sure he was deep down a good guy who said please and thank you once in a while. According to your logic, a person can murder and still be good. So, if your mom was kidnapped, raped, tortured, pinned down, forced to have her milk stolen, we should see the good in the person that did that because, maybe that week he held the door open for someone. Yep, extremely logical. Good work. Looking at the fact that you, like Hitler, are also good sometimes. Way to go, day and night, number 994.
She makes it sound like as if she's made a decent point, but you actually just sound really f***ing stupid. Hitler kills 11 million people. Me eats a steak. You're probably just as bad as Hitler, right? Second of all, you're comparing a cow to a woman. I think there's probably quite a small little minor difference between the two. And you know what? Now that I think about it, this comment right here really does sum up how poorly thought out Miss Katie's point was. Victim of sexual harassment here. Not only was it immature of you to call out a person's profile instead of keeping them anonymous, but you just compared millions of people's trauma to a cow. I understand and appreciate people standing against animal violence, but so many people can't even look down at themselves without feeling disgusted and horrified because they were defiled and robbed of loving themselves. For you to compare that to cows who are not capable of that deep psychology comprehension of their biology makes me sick. You know what? I couldn't have said that any better, to be honest with you. But it's okay, ladies and gentlemen, because Miss Katie reflected on her mistakes and probably uploaded one of the best apologies on YouTube. This is exactly what... Hang on, what? Hitler was a nice guy too sometimes? Just like your own family members. Oh, so she followed up with another Hitler video. And just the whole title, Hitler was a nice guy too sometimes, just like your own family members. Yeah, I'm not sure my grandmother would gas millions of people, but I understand your point. I definitely do. And this really does tie back to...
So hold on. Wait a minute. I eat a piece of bacon. And, that German leader kills over 11 million people, but I'm worse than him. Alright, you heard it here from Miss Katie herself, folks. If you eat meat, you're worse than that German.
Around what I was saying earlier, where she just, for some reason, capitalizes on people's trauma just to push her own agenda. I mean, that's sick, don't you think? That's pretty twisted.
Wait, he was a German leader, right? Hold on. Alright, I was correct. He's a German leader.
I mean, that's sick, don't you think? That's pretty twisted. In fact, it's psychotic. Yeah, I hate to say it, ladies and gentlemen, but now would probably be a good time to take a look at the upload she posted about her talking about a
What'd she say?
Who was having ribs for the first time, which, I'm going to be honest with you, probably trigger warning. It's pretty diabolical.
Imagine that this is your baby.
Yeah.
And you ask your sister to babysit for a little while because you have to run some errands.
Yeah.
Imagine that you tell your sister that you are vegan and you don't want your baby to eat any animal products.
Well, I wouldn't.
You trust your sister. Because you think your sister loves you and respects you.
Hold on. Anyone who engages in vegan phobia should be punished under the umbrella of a hate crime.
But when you're not looking, your sister...
Oh, shit.
We are under the realm of an APP, which is an advanced...
APs and APNs are a part of the team. We work together.
After that vegan teacher...
Sorry, hold on. Shut the fuck
She's
up.
now been sued for $300,000 following her...
Your sister takes the dead body...
Feeding my vegan sister's baby barbecue ribs.
...part of an innocent animal who didn't want to die. And feeds it to your child.
Right, whoa now, right. First things first, right. It's not as if this auntie is feeding a dead body part to a child. That just sounds way too extreme, okay? It's a cooked piece of meat. It's like if you were to call the police up and say, hey, whoa, hello. My auntie, she's feeding cooked meat to my vegan child. It's like, oh, well, there's not much we can do about that, but maybe next time have a word with your sister. However, if you put in the words of Miss Katie... Hello, police. Yeah, hello, what's happening, right? Yeah, just want to let you know, my sister is feeding my child dead body parts. Yeah, can you believe it? Yeah, dead body parts, I know. Yeah, rotten corpses. Yeah, you better send a unit around real quick because, what am I up to later? Oh, no, Matt's just got a pack of 10 sausages here. Fancy come over for a barbecue? Better take these back in the fridge. Gonna have these bad boys later, Miss Katie.
And she makes a video, and she posts it for everyone to see. But the feedback she gets isn't of people scolding her for being cruel and betraying her sister's trust. The feedback she gets is praise. This is the kind of vegan-phobic world we live in, where a vegan mother cannot even trust her own family to follow her instructions and not betray her. Millions of people have seen this video and have commented that they think it is funny.
Yeah, to be honest with you, Miss Katie, I think it's just you that feels that way. I mean, it is pretty funny, I'd say. I mean, look at the baby's reaction. It's absolutely hilarious. And yeah, look, of course, if I had a child and my child was vegan and I left my child at my sister's house, I don't have a sister, but if I did, hypothetically, and she fed her meat, yeah, I'd be pretty annoyed about it. I'd say, like, what are you doing that for? But the point is, I think this is just a video that someone just took and just put a caption on top of it. I mean, that's all I think it is, and she's just deeping it massively at this point. You think it's bad, right? It's not that bad yet. The bad bit is coming up. And let me tell you how bad it is. It's so bad.
But look closely. This meat is covered in barbecue sauce, which is made of salt, sugar, and spices. The baby is enjoying the barbecue sauce, which is vegan. If this had been a lollipop, the child would have had the same reaction.
First of all, Miss Katie, it's none of your business. Second of all, I don't think I like where this is going.
If this had been somebody's penis covered in sauce, the child would have had the same reaction.
What? Huh. Right. Sure. Yeah.
Let that sink in for a minute.
No, we're not letting anything sink in for a moment. Actually, that sink can go back outside because we're not letting that sink even close. I'm not letting that sink even close to me because that's like me. That's like saying, oh, I like burgers and I like the burger sauce. That's like someone putting sauce on their pee-pee or vagina and saying I would have the same reaction. No, I would not have the same reaction. That makes no... Wow. You just compared eating an animal to grooming a child, which I find exquisitely contradicting and crazy. I'm sorry, I can't.
What kind of psychopath do you have to be to say something like that? Yeah, Miss Katie, you make a really, really good point. Yeah. If a
that shit, like, I know some of y'all believe in multi-universes. Like, oh, in a different universe, I would be a more popular YouTuber, for example. Like, for example, like that. Y'all believe in multi-universes. I'm okay with that. But, like, there is no way, right? Anyone. I would never think of her. I would never think, oh yeah, you're eating barbecue ribs with the barbecue sauce on it. If you put it on a pan, if you put it on a PP and give it to a child, it will have the same reaction. I don't think any of me in any universe would have thought of that. Ever. Because who would? You have to be sick-minded to think of that.
was covered in
Unless you've seen the video already, which I have not.
barbecue sauce, a baby would enjoy it. Yeah, sorry, were you not a teacher at some point in your life? You were responsible for children? Sorry, what kind of freakishly fucked up world do we live in? And to think that this kind of person has a platform, why would you ever associate the word penis and baby in the same sentence? There must be something wrong with you, okay? Maybe you need to go and speak to somebody and just check to make sure everything's alright up there, you know? You're getting old now. Maybe there's a couple of screws loose, you know? Bit of Alzheimer's coming in. Did you Alzheimer again, perhaps? And do you know what's annoying about this clip is that it was so unnecessary. You could have said anything. You could have said a bit of Lego, a bit of plastic maybe, you know, a bit of tin foil, anything. But you decided to talk about a literal male's cock with barbecue sauce on it and involve a child. And yet...
And not to mention, you decide to put grooming and animals. Like, you decide to say grooming a child is the same as feeding your child animals. Or, like, grooming a child, y'all know what I mean. It's the same as feeding your child animals in the same fucking sentence.
That is really bad, but the way she follows up on it is probably just as bad.
Covered in sauce. The child would have had the same reaction.
No.
Let that sink in for a minute.
And as I said before, you better keep that sink far away from me. That sink can go back outside. Matter of fact, that sink can go to hell. Because I'm not letting that sink nowhere close to me. Because what the hell are you talking about? Oh, wow.
Ponder that.
No. I'm not going to ponder nor picture it.
Picture that.
No, I'm not going to picture it. Actually, that pondering thought and the picture could stay far away from me.
Feel that in your gut.
No. I don't want to feel anything in my gut, okay? That can actually stay far away from my gut. Matter of fact, that can go to hell.
No thank you. I think I'll just, pass on that one. Also, why does she sound like she's making this some sort of meditation class? Okay, folks, welcome to the virtual meditation class. Please actually follow along at home. So, please close your eyes. Feel the breeze against your face. Let it sink in the feeling and emotions of a penis with barbecue sauce on it. And imagine a literal child enjoying it. It just doesn't feel right. It feels illegal. It feels wrong. And you got to think about it as well, is that when you're a kind of person who has such a big platform, you got to be really careful what you say and what kind of agenda you're pushing out there. And to be honest with you, this
that's crazy.
Like pedophilia. Look, she's not a pedophile, but
she's not a pedophile, by the way. I think she's on that list, guys. She has to be. I refuse to believe she's not.
Something a pedophile would say.
Yes, it would.
She's pushing out there with her platform. You're gonna be very careful what you say. You, Miss Katie, need to take a step back, reflect on the things you are saying, understand that there are things that are unethical to do. That is not going to get your point across or your conversation pushed out any further. Because the things you are doing in order to push out your conversation is completely unethical. Therefore, no one is going to agree with you, and no one is going to convert to vegan from what you're saying. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to the channel. Let's reach 100k, baby.
I didn't know barbecue sauce was vegan, by the way.
Also, check out my other videos. I'm sure you'll enjoy them a lot. Here's a reaction video. Here's a commentary video. Happy days.
So that's going to be it for today's video. Wow. I don't know what to say. Wow, I'm shocked. I'm dead ass shocked. Where'd my kitty go? Oh, he's on his bed sleeping. There he is. So, wow, I can't believe I just heard that shit. Anyways, that being said, stay happy, healthy, stay beautiful, stay safe, most promise yourself. See y'all in the video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all did, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Love y'all, and peace.